Hello, Philippines!
And hello, world.
I just want to know how everyone is doing today.
Did you have a pleasant morning, a pleasant afternoon, or a not so pleasant morning and afternoon?
Anyway, we wish everyone to have a pleasant day. Now, moving on, let's talk about today's podcast episode.
Hi, everyone. We are Kairos and Khirbee. In today's podcast episode, we are going to tackle the discourse that occurred between two friends.
Now, without further delay, let's start the podcast and hope you enjoy. Due to the spreading of the coronavirus, most children in the country these days are confined within their homes. Be it modular or online classes, children nowadays wish for face-to-face classes to resume, for they want to see the outside world as well as meet their friends again. And so two close friends, Kairos and Khirbee, had a video call and discussed the current times. Hey Kairos, how have you been doing?
I've been doing great. How about you?
Nothing new. Have you seen the news?
Of course, yes. And it seems that face-to-face classes will soon begin.
Indeed, some public schools in the NCR have already begun their pilot classes. I wonder what the classrooms are going to look like.
Now that you mention it, I've seen a lot of pictures of classrooms from the schools in the NCR on Facebook. It looked like students were enclosed in a transparent cubicle made out of PVC pipes, more like it looked like this plastic covers. If face-to-face classes were to resume, would you be all right? I mean, you have asthma.
Indeed, it poses a great challenge because one of the cons of having such an ailment is that I can't breathe properly without proper ventilation. What I'm curious about is the protocols within the school. Like, how are they going to implement those protocols to ensure the safety of the students?
It might be hassle for like to wear face masks all the time and like maintaining social distancing and to wash hands constantly and also to avoid sneezing.
Sounds like a lot of work, am I right?
Yes, but it's so beneficial and safety for the students.
Yep, but I hope Jonathan will follow the protocol should the time for face classes to resume come. Jonathan is a dear friend of Kairos and Khirbee. He's an honest guy, but most of the time fails to obey the rules.
You are right. I mean, remember that time we were late for class because we were sent to the guidance office because he vandalized the wall back of the school building and saying that it was art. And we were just bring paint because he said he needed it for his art project without us knowing that he was going to do was, vandalize the school.
Yes, how could I forget? You recall because we were the ones who provided him the paint for his vandalism. I wonder how he's doing now. I mean, we haven't spoken to him for some time. Do you have any news about it?
Not so far. I mean, but I'm sure that he's fine. I'm sure that he will want to face classes to resume to vandalize the back of another school building.
You're right. The truth is, I hope that face to face classes can be identified to be beneficial or detrimental in this current time. Then parents would not be confused about whether they were to send their child to school or not. I wish that there was a proper statistical analysis with conclusive evidence that would help us understand if face to face classes are more beneficial or more harmful.
Yes, like but from your perspective, should face-to-face classes be implemented in the coming year? Like for all the schools in the nation?
The truth is, I can't make up my mind. On one hand, our statistics and data gathered by the UN and WHO, but the virus has been approved, has has improved the understanding of us humans for us to devise new and more efficient ways for the prevention of the spreading of the virus. We must remember that we aren't stationary individuals. Instead, we are always changing because the only thing that is really constant in this world is change. Am I right? We can never stay. in the same cubicle forever because we must move forward. We must not fear the virus forever. For there will come a time when we will become adults who have to work to feed ourselves and our families. On the other hand, it poses a great risk for us students. I mean, should we let our government conduct an experiment to the whole country, risking the lives of many individuals, namely students, just for the current government to assess their ability in providing a safe environment for the people? And the people themselves shall be the victim of such negligence of human sympathy and care, for they know not of any connections of those that are in power. Should we let ourselves be victims of such blind obedience? For we are merely sheep in the flock being managed by wolves, for us to walk in the path they wish of us? Are we to face discrimination if we are not to follow their rule, which are unconstitutional and contradictory laws that seek to damage more rather than benefit? The ones implementing these laws know not of the struggles of the common people, for they cannot see the struggles of us average citizens from their chair on top of their high buildings or towers or from their luxurious vehicles. They have the money for medical care as well as connections in case they're infected, but we do not.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Like, slow down. That's too much information. What I'm asking is that, would you agree for face-to-face classes to resume? Like, please answer yes or no.
For me, it's a no.
Oh my god. Thank you for that simple answer.
The reason behind it is that for me, we know too little of the virus. I mean, the new Omicron variant is out there and we're just going to ignore it, saying, never mind the Omicron variant because face to face classes are resuming.
You have a point. And it is a concern for us because it is more infectious than that of the existing variants. I mean, back then.
I just hope the leaders of our country will make the right decision for the benefit of the people rather than to gain credit for their own regime.
And with politics.
Oh, sorry. It's just that I hope and pray that our people will not have to suffer. For many are already currently suffering without food to eat, water to drink, clothes to wear, money to use, all because of the famine we are experiencing.
Indeed, it is so sad. And I don't want to dwell that much on the topic anymore. But I think you're right.
By the way, what time is it?
Don't you have a clock on your desktop?
I had one, but then due to virus, it no longer works.
What? Why? So okay, it's 11:30 p.m.
What?
Wait, what's the matter?
We have a test tomorrow and I forgot to study.
Huh? Huh? Wait. There's a test?
Yes, anyways, I have to go since I have to study. Also, be sure to study for tomorrow's exam.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that. Like, okay, goodbye. Nice chatting with you.
Goodbye to you as well. Wow, to think that guy would speak so intelligently only to forget that he had forgotten about his upcoming exam. But why was he named after me?
Who cares?
Well, I do.
Oh, moving on, I'd say today's podcast episode was a success.
And so, to our viewers, we would like you to give a heart or thumbs up or express yourselves about today's podcast episode in the comment section below.
That's all for today, folks. See ya.
Again, we are Kairos and Khirbee, your speakers for today's podcast episode. And again, hope you enjoy our podcast. Thank you for listening.